What's going on, guys? Welcome to our live stream for May. Today is May 21st, 2024. That's Tuesday. So welcome to all of you that are joining us. We have a little bit of a different background behind us this time, a little bit of a different setup. You can see some of the kind of the Ricoma TV creations right behind me. So very nice setup there from our media team here. All right, so those of you that are joining us, I see about 70, 80 people are already in the live stream, but if you are trickling in, welcome. And I already see some familiar faces here. Janelle Porter, I think I've seen Janelle for the last like 3 or 4 streams. So thank you for being a repeat viewer. Let me know down in the comments below before we get started if you can hear and see me okay. And that way we know that our tech setup is working before we get started. And also let me know if this is your first time joining a live stream like this from us, or if you, like Janelle, have seen us for quite some time. We got Mindy here from Alabama, Serber Irvin from Omaha, someone from YouTube, B. Malloy 60 from Alabama, Ginger from Indiana, Kenneth Ferguson from Florida, Sylvia here from Texas, Sean Scott with the first question here. Is the video on a loop? Yes, it is. But welcome, Sean from Missouri. Okay, yep, sounds good. So Christopher Tucker, first time being here and excited to learn. Awesome. Well, we'll be talking about a lot of things that will be applicable to you guys in the business. So we'll be talking about some common mistakes to avoid, ones that I've seen kind of over the years, speaking to a lot of people. I see a lot of people struggle. Alvin Hoax here, joining for the first time, first of many. Okay, Sylvia Stevenson here last month. I can see and hear. Awesome, great. So seems like everything's working well. So we'll kind of jump right in here. Before we get into today's topic, which, as I mentioned, we'll be talking about some common mistakes to avoid when you're kind of starting your business. We'll kind of talk about 3 different things to avoid. And but before we get into that, I kind of wanted to give some just housekeeping things on some promotions we have going on, as well as keep you guys in the loop that, as you saw the Deco Summit promo video in the beginning, we'll also be doing a giveaway at the end of this live stream. We'll be taking a poll on 2 different giveaways that kind of like what we did last time to see what people want. But I'll be doing a giveaway either for a Deco Summit ticket or a pack of sample vinyl that we just launched as well, called Wonder Vinyl, that's on our shop. So we'll kind of get to that towards the end. There will be a cool giveaway depending on how you guys vote on what you guys want, but there will be a giveaway for this live stream, as we always do. And but since Memorial Day is coming up next Monday, I don't know if you guys have any plans for the long weekend, but here we have some plans for some big promotions that are going on. So for Memorial Day, we got all of our machine packages on sale, and got some specials going on with free shipping and some free upgrades. So starting out with the embroidery side, hide this comment right here. Starting out with the embroidery side, we got some embroidery machines on sale, saving you up to $5,200. So a lot of the reduced pricing on some select models, as well as free shipping. You also get free digitizing software upgrade with a multi-head purchase. So if you're looking to kind of do digitizing in-house, you are starting out with a bigger machine, like a 2-head machine, a 3-head machine, and up. Any multi-head machine purchases, you get a free upgrade to Chroma Lux, which is the highest tier of our Chroma digitizing software. For those of you that don't know, Chroma has a new look and a new website as well, chromaembroidery.com. So you can check out the Chroma software on its individual website there, chromaembroidery.com. So, but for all of our machines, packages for the embroidery machines, just so you know, every machine purchase comes with Chroma digitizing software. They come with Chroma Inspire, which is the entry-level tier of Chroma. But if you for Memorial Day sale, if you purchase a multi-head machine, a larger machine, since you have the volume or you're already in the business, you're looking to upgrade, whatever the case is, if you purchase or upgrade to a multi-head embroidery machine, you will get a free upgrade to Chroma Lux, which is in itself over $2,600 in value. So, that can save you a couple $1,000 there, plus the free shipping and some of the specials that we have going on select models, machines. Definitely a good time to take advantage of that. That sale will end at the end of this month, I think. So next Friday will be the last day. So you got about a week and a half left, minus the long weekend, to take advantage of that. All right. So if you're interested in any of our embroidery machine packages, contact our product specialist. They're standby to help you out and find out what you're looking for. Which, by the way, as you go through your decision-making process on which machine to get, if you are in the market for a machine, I'll be talking about one of the common mistakes to avoid later on in this conversation. All right. Next up, for our Luminaries 200 white toner transfer printers, we also have a wide range of printers for you to choose from, starting out with the Luminaries 200 white toner transfer printer. If you're looking to kind of get started, get your feet wet with t-shirt printing, this will be a good option to start. A very compact desktop printer for you to get started with, and you're able to print on a variety of garments because you're printing on these film sheets and then transferring them onto various substrates like t-shirts, polos, caps, jackets, things of that nature. So super user-friendly to get started with. Pricing starts as low as $44.95, and also we're throwing in free shipping with heat press and everything included in the package, right? And the free shipping can easily save you up to $500-600 depending on where you're at in the U.S. So that's also part of the Memorial Day promotion that we have going on. And the machine prices have also been discounted for the sale as well. So we can really save up at least a couple of $1,000s on getting started with t-shirt printing. I really compared this to kind of you're just kind of starting out. You're trying to dabble with heat transfer. You're trying to dabble with white toner transfer. This will be a good machine to start out with. Very compact and can print on garments and hard surfaces. There's hard surface paper that you can purchase from us here at Ricoma, and you can transfer them onto mugs, plates, as long as you can fit under a heat press. We have mug presses, plate presses that can help you transfer onto those type of substrates as well. So very versatile. I can do wood, metal, very versatile in terms of what you can transfer onto, and obviously with t-shirts and garments as well. All right, so starting at just under $4,500 and save you a couple $100s in shipping as well, with free shipping included for this Memorial Day sale until the end of this month. All right, if you're looking for the next step up, you might want to consider something called direct-to-garment printing. I don't know if you, for those of you that have heard about DTG, we have our own Ricoma Vision DTG printers here in our headquarters, and that's something that we kind of launched sometime middle to late of last year, and it's been a great hit. A lot of people kind of get into this space kind of as the next step up from white toner transfer printer. You can do a lot more volume. You can print directly onto the t-shirts and substrates without having to transfer. So it gives you a very smooth hand feel finish. Some people are really kind of, that's one of the huge benefits of direct-to-garment printing. And packages start as low as $14,500, so just under $15,000. And you get free shipping on that as well. Free flat heat press. You get free shipping and free training and lifetime support. So Super helpful if you're looking to ramp up a little bit of the volume and get quality prints, full color quality prints on directly onto the substrates without having to go through the transfer process. So packages kind of start around the 14,500 in the mid 14,000 range. You can choose between two different bundles. You can have the Essentials bundle, which is the 14,500, and you can do the Premium bundle, which is about a couple of $1,000s more than that, around 17,500. But you get a pre-treatment machine, so you have to kind of hand pre-treat the shirts with a spray gun. You also get a DTF starter kit. For those of you that don't know, the DTG that we have also doubles as a DTF printer, so you can print onto film and then transfer them onto t-shirts as well. So it's kind of get two machine functions with one machine. And you get all the pre-treatment liquid supplies and even some pre-treated t-shirts included in the package for you. Okay, so that's on the direct-to-garment side. If you're interested in that, contact our product specialist. They'll kind of talk to you about which package to look at, and what, depending on what your volume is and what your needs are, can get you into the right machine to your needs. Last but not least, we have our roll-to-roll direct-to-film printers, super popular and very growing in popularity in recent years, especially in the apparel decoration industry. If you're looking to start with DTF, this is kind of the ultimate printing machine if you're looking to print t-shirts at scale. Starts just under $18,000 at $17,950, and you get free shipping for the Memorial Day sale as well. And you include everything with flat heat press and everything that you need to get started. The machine package itself you have two different packages to choose from. You can have the 1202, which is the Rebel 1202 DTF printer, which is a smaller 12-inch width printer, or there's the 2402, which is a 24-inch wide printer. The 1202 starts at $17,950, and the 2402 starts at $24,950. Obviously, you get bigger area and things like that. So and help you print a lot more designs onto one single sheet if you have the space and the volume for that. If not, some people kind of opt in for the more compact 1202 version, and that's also a good fit if you're looking to kind of scale up your printing operations. All right, yeah, you get free shipping with these as well. So can easily these are large machines, so can easily save you $800 to over $1,000 on the shipping on each of these. Okay, so that's kind of for the printing side. On our Ricoma shop, on our e-commerce store, shop.ricoma.com, we also have some select items on discounts there. If you just go to shop.ricoma.com and go to the sale tab on the right top corner there, highlighted in bold orange, you will see a list of all the items that are on sale, including our brand new Wonder Vinyl, as you saw there on the homepage. You got heat presses that are on sale, some of them up to 50% off or 40% off. We got sewing machines that are up to 40% off if you're looking to stitch different patches or other things onto your garments. That's what sewing machines will be used for in tandem with an embroidery machine. You also got embroidery accessories like the popular 8-in-1 device and robot frame and belt hoop, all 20% off. You have vinyl cutters if you want to get started with heat transfer vinyl; those are 10% off. And you get free shipping on all of the heat presses and all the things that are on sale, as I mentioned. For things that are not on sale, if you order over $1,000, you also get free shipping on your entire order. So a lot of savings there. You can see, you get 15% off of the pre-treatment liquid. You got heat presses that are like 40% off. So really a lot of things to consider if you're looking to get started with any of these accessories or printers or sewing machines. So hope that helps. That sale ends in 10 days as well. So yeah, at the end of this month, along with the Memorial Day sale for our machines as well. For those of you that also don't know, if we can click on that Wonder Vinyl and go there, we launched our own line of different types of vinyl. So if you're looking to buy some supplies with vinyl, you also have a wide variety of vinyl to choose from. We got the classic heat transfer vinyl, metallic, glitter, You can even buy some variety packs where you can try out different types of colors and different types of vinyl to see which one you like, and you can order the full rolls of those once you try out the variety sample packs. So yeah, so all of those are 20% off on the shop there, so you can check them out. If you're into heat transfer vinyl, if you have a heat press, if you have a vinyl cutter, if you don't, you can also get one from us at shop.ricoma.com. Those are all kind of just related supplies with heat transfer vinyl. Again, right? So our Wonder Vinyl is a new line that we've recently launched. Okay. Last but not certainly not least, as you guys saw in the intro video, we have Deco Summit coming up in just a couple of months. So, um, how many of you here know what Deco Summit is, or um, better yet, how many of you are attending this year and have already purchased your ticket? Let me know in the comments below, so I can see if who are some of the people that are attending. Jay Falsey says, "Not me. That's not what I wanted to hear." Just now hearing. Okay, so we'll talk about Deco Summit a little bit. Alvin is attending, so looking forward to meeting you there, Alvin. Alice Williams, don't know anything about Deco Summit. That's okay. That's what we're here for. George Straub would like to attend, but no plans yet. And Cruz, I wish I can afford to go. Well, save up some money, and one idea from this conference, you can make back from one idea or one connection that you make. So, um, definitely worth the trip. All right, so I got some people not knowing what it is, some people going, some people are not going. Um, like Carlos here heard about it, but never been. Well, maybe this could be the first year. So I'll kind of talk about what Deco Summit is. Deco Summit is a 3 day conference that goes every single year. I think this is our fifth annual Deco Summit. So yeah, it started in 2019. So yeah, this is the fifth year. Um, and it is really a 3 day immersive educational conference. This is not your typical kind of like trade show or anything like that, where you're just going around and looking at different vendors or whatever the case is. This is 3 days of kind of learning, right? Whether it's learning how to market your business, learning the business principles, which I'll be teaching a lot of classes on that. Um, with the apparel decoration industry, your how to handle your finances as a business owner. You'll have expert speakers that we invite and we bring here to Deco Summit to teach you guys about what their experience is. Having been through the industry, you'll see some of our speakers here. Yours truly there included, but you got people like Alan Wade, Katrina Bacon. Great YouTubers that are in the business. Joe Perez runs a print and embroidery shop. So people like them have gone through the process and have kind of know some of the pitfalls to avoid, right? You got people like Robert Walker and Sean Espinoza, many of which I've spoken to at trade shows and have had podcasts and sit downs with them at trade shows to talk about their experience, what their kind of learnings are, and what are some of the pitfalls to avoid. That's the type of immersive kind of seminars and connections that you're looking to make at an event like Deco Summit. It is 3 full days of a conference. And if you're a VIP ticket holder, you also get access to live hands-on training on a machine of your choice that you can sign up for on our Deco Summit portal. So it's not only kind of learning in a seminar style, but also if you're a VIP ticket holder, you can get hands-on classes with your machine. There's also Chroma digitizing classes. I saw some questions as I was scrolling through. Some of the people asking about, oh, how to do certain things on Chroma. Well, that's why we hold these classes, or we hold this type of conference. If you didn't know, for those of you that have been to Deco Summit in the past, you will know that for the Chroma digitizing classes, it's like a classroom style with 50 laptops, and you have a laptop to yourself, and you're following the instructor on doing a project, on the screen. It's very interactive, very immersive, right? Not just teaching you kind of principles and concepts, but really in depth, kind of like step by step, how to do a project, how to digitize something. Um, you can probably see there that, like, yeah, one of the pictures on the screen there, the one at the bottom there, you can see everyone on the laptop and following, hands-on Chroma software training. You can see kind of, that everyone's is following along. So all of these things are what makes Deco Summit so valuable, so powerful, and so attractive for people to attend, and they walk away with skills that they can apply to their business and hopefully grow their business. So also, I'll be hosting a luncheon for people that have tickets and are looking to purchase the separate lunch for how to price your items profitably. I'll have like a private course. That was one of the most frequently asked questions last year at the conference. So we'll have a catered lunch. So it's a nice lunch, and you'll kind of learn something and interact with others that are in the industry as well. So it's kind of a little bit of a more private setting of a networking. That is an additional purchase on top of your Deco Summit ticket. But last year it was sold out. We had about 20 spots last year. We're opening to about 25 spots this year, and we fully expect that to be fully sold out this time around as well. Because last year it was all 20 people sat around, kind of a round table style. Went around and introduced themselves, kind of understood what they do, asked questions, learn something about scaling their business, and at the same time have a nice catered lunch, from the hotel as well. So definitely something to think about attending if you are a ticket holder. All right. So that will be happening August 21st to the 23rd. So it's coming up in just under 3 months. Here in Miami, Florida, at the Hilton. So if you haven't gotten your tickets, we're in the second phase now, the second phase out of 3. For the early bird pricing, currently, we already passed the super early bird pricing, where the tickets was $595 for general admission and $995 for VIP. Now it's the early bird phase, which ends just after Independence Day. July 4th. It ends on July 5th. And right now the tickets are $795 for general admission and $1195 for VIP. They will go up another $200 for each of those tickets starting July 6th. All right, so take advantage of that if you're looking to attend Deco Summit. It's coming up very, very shortly. And if you for this week only, just to give you guys an extra incentive to kind of move forward with the purchase. If you're kind of on the fence about Deco Summit, you're thinking about it, you're kind of contemplating. Well, this might be the time to kind of move forward. We are running a flash sale just for this week until Friday. So you got today, tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday. So you got 4 days for this flash sale. We're running a 20% off using the promo code FLASH20. FLASH20 for 20% off if you go to DecoSummit.com and order your tickets from DecoSummit.com. Just use the code FLASH20 at checkout, and it will automatically apply 20% off of your tickets at checkout at DecoSummit.com. Either it's general admission or VIP, it'll give you 20% off if you use the code FLASH20. But it will only be available this week only. So the code is going to be expired and invalid, I think, at 6 p.m. on Friday. So make sure you kind of get in before the code expires at the end of the day, Friday. All right, that's the flash sale to kind of incentivize you guys to go to the Summit if that helps. I save you easily a couple of $100 on the tickets. So definitely check it out. And then if you miss that, then it kind of goes back to the early bird pricing. But it's still better than tickets going up on July 6th. So take advantage of it while you can. All right, so that's kind of it for us. We'll kind of talk about the giveaway at the end. Um, but we'll kind of jump into today's topic about common mistakes to avoid when starting your embroidery business. All right. And one of the first things that I want to talk about, probably some of you have experienced this. So I kind of first ask you guys this. Those of you that are already have an embroidery machine, comment down below if you already have one, what machine you have. And let me know also that do you ever wish that you got something bigger that you feel like, man, I now have to upgrade? Is that something that you're kind of running into right now, having an embroidery machine? So let me know down in the comments below if you already have one, what machine you have, and whether or not you sometimes think about, oh, I regret kind of purchasing something this small, and I wish I could have went a little bit larger. I should have went with something either bigger or more needles or more heads or whatever the case is. Let me know if that is the case for you. So Shelly Trout says the TC, and yes, you do wish you went something bigger. Okay. Let's LA Vegas chick says MT 1501. Tommy has a 1501. Desiree EM and the MT 1501. Dana EM 1010. Yes, I should have purchased something bigger. And look at this, Kenneth Ferguson, MT 1501, and yes, I wish I got the MT 1502. All right, so this is kind of the first mistake that I want to talk about, and probably the sorry to put you guys on the spot, those that have answered, but this is kind of living proof that this happens all the time when people start out in this business, and that's underbuying what they actually need or what they're looking to grow into. This is one of the common pitfalls that many embroiderers tend to be very conservative about choosing what machine that they will want starting out or what machine you need at this current moment. And I think it's natural. I don't blame you. That it's kind of like natural human psychology to want to be a little bit more conservative on the safer side. I don't want to like overstretch myself. I get all that, but one of the things that I think people need to understand and try to avoid in kind of starting out their business, one of the common pitfalls to avoid is you don't not only think about what your needs are at this current moment, but try to project out what that looks like, 3, 6, 12 months from now. That's, I think, where most people kind of fall short on having the foresight and the vision ahead of their current situation. That's why you run into cases where, oh, I should have, bought something bigger, or my capacity isn't really there because I'm taking on all these larger orders that I can't fulfill with my machine that I purchased because it's too small or it's only one head or whatever the case is, right? I think what happens is people naturally become a little bit more conservative and they purchase something smaller just to get them started, see how things go. That's kind of the typical phrase a lot of people use. Let's see how things go. And while that is kind of natural and somewhat expected, I would really encourage newcomers in the industry and those that have made that mistake in the past to really look back and think about, okay, why did I get into that situation? It's probably because you are running a business, you are putting in maximum effort, and assuming you're looking to do this kind of with maximum effort, you're looking to make this work. You're going to put in the work. You're going to put in the effort. You're going to get some traction, right? It's hard to not see any traction if you're willing to put in the work and you have the right guidance to how to succeed. So when that happens, if you purchase something too small and you under purchase, what you'll soon realize is that, oh, I'm outgrowing it. I have to upgrade. I have to buy another machine, whatever the case is. That's what tends to happen. And that happens because you didn't foresee that you would be kind of, getting that type of traction in 3 or 6 months or in 6 to 12 months. That's why I encourage people to project ahead of like, hey, this is my business today. With my efforts, what am I looking to get to, and in what time frame do I expect that to happen? And if you have a solid plan to get there, you might want to purchase a machine that you can grow into and be able to expand into, rather than limiting yourself on the machine to just because your current situation, so that you avoid having to upgrade shortly down the road. This is one of the common pitfall number one that people run into, and that's why speaking with the product specialist here can also help understand what type of volume you're dealing with or what you're expecting, so that we can guide you into the right machine that can fit your needs. One of the most common things I also hear is that people when they kind of call in about looking for a machine, and we ask them, hey, what kind of volume do you have? And they say, oh yeah, I get like 50 to 100 pieces. I just want to start out with a single head. I'm like, you not being in the business, you don't realize that 50 to 100 pieces regularly. Okay, I'm talking about they get this every single week, orders of 50 to 100 pieces. I'm like, do you really know how long it'll take you to do 50 polo shirts or 50 hats? Do you really have an idea of what that looks like? Yet they want to start out with a single head. Um, a typical hat, if you just kind of break down the math, right? You can probably do a hat every, say 20 minutes, right? If it's a simple design with the setup and everything. So you can do about 3 hats, in an hour. Maybe even only 2 if your design is a little bit more complex. So say 2 to 3 per hour. In an 8-hour day, you're doing about 20 hats. Okay, and that's 8 straight hours of embroidering. You're doing about 20 hats. So imagine if you have a 50 hat order or worse, and a 100 piece hat order to fulfill, and you can do 20 in an 8-hour straight nonstop embroidering. You do about 20 to fulfill 100 hats. You're going to take at least 5 full 8-hour days, right? And truth be told, as a business owner, how many of you are embroidering for 8 hours a day? Like, please, my show of hands, let me know in the comments below if you're actually embroidering for 8 hours a day. I doubt anyone kind of actually does that. So when you have to run around and do and handle other parts of your business, you're not really embroidering 8 hours a day. You might be embroidering for 3 hours or 4 hours. So if you're embroidering 3-4 hours a day, that 20 hats turns into 10. You can only do 10 per day. And then so that 50-piece, 100-piece order will take you over a week, right, of nonstop embroidering just to get that done, right? So if you're doing that and you're in the lab just embroidering constantly, how do you expect to work on your business? That's what people kind of get into this rut of like just constantly embroidering, fulfilling the order that you already received, and not having the time to build your orders and build your business further. You're kind of working in your business, not on your business, so to speak. So it's and someone here says about 10 hours a day. Imagine if you're just like, I don't say this as to try to be funny, but if you're embroidering 10 hours a day, where are you gonna find the other time to work on your business, right? If you're literally kind of embroidering just 8 to 10 hours a day, that's not a good way to scale your business. That's why you need to find ways to be more efficient with the right equipment that can help you do more, or find an operator that you can outsource to, or hire someone that you can hire so that they can operate the machine while you work on drumming up more business. You got to find ways. If you find yourself in the lab always kind of embroidering and fulfilling orders, um, that's a good problem to have, but you got to find a way to solve that as a business owner. You got to find a way to solve that problem. So that's why having the right machinery is going to help you be a little bit more efficient and free up your time to be able to work on your business. That's mistake number one. Uh, Common mistake number two that I see is related to pricing. All right, this is one of the common questions that I get all the time. Hey, how do you price your items? And who here uses the stitch count rule? And don't be shy, don't be embarrassed. But who here still uses the stitch count rule to price out their items? Let me know in the comments below. And while you guys comment, Sam Craft here made an interesting comment, which I fully agree with. I was just about to say that that's the point where it's time to hire a teenager and get them trained up to running the equipment. Exactly, because you can't afford to be running your equipment for 10 hours a day. That means you don't have any time to run your business. Just running equipment. Yeah, I guess no one is saying that they're using the stitch count rule because no one wants to admit that they're still using the stitch count rule. But if you know what the stitch count rule is, you probably have heard that I've been kind of preaching all the time that stitch count rule is very outdated. But yeah, I still see that in some embroidery groups that people use the stitch count rule. Oh, dollar per thousand stitches, $1.50 per thousand stitches, $2 per thousand stitches, whatever the case is. It's all part of the stitch count rule. It's X number of dollars, a flat cost per X number of stitches. And so rule is very outdated because it doesn't take into account all of the nuances and it's assuming that every stitch is created equal when it's not. A stitch on a flat item is different than a stitch on a hat, and it's probably going to take longer on a hat than on a flat garment. So that's one of the common pitfalls that people run into is pricing using the stitch count rule and then underpricing their items as a result, underpricing their services, and then they wonder, wow, why am I working for pennies and not being able to kind of make a profit? Oh, it's because you're underpricing your services. We teach here a way to price your items using time and the time that it takes to do something and your target profit per hour that you're looking to reach, which is what I call your magic number. So without going into too much detail about how the pricing all works, I have tons of videos on YouTube that talks about that. You guys can kind of take a look at some of those videos, but the core principle here is that you need to price your items based on time and not based on just the thousands of stitches that the design has, because not every design is created equal. Even though their stitch count is the same, it's not going to be the same difficulty in the embroidery. Another kind of easy example that I'll give you is that imagine you're embroidering using metallic thread, which is more brittle, right? So you might throw more thread breaks and more adjustments. So you might have to slow down the speed. So embroidering a metallic design is not going to be the same as embroidering a regular design using just polyester thread. So you're going to have to take that into consideration, right? So that's why the time that it takes to embroider that item is the critical factor. That is going to be the most scientific way to price your items properly. All right. The last pitfall that people run into in the embroidery business is digitizing. And some of you have kind of talked about Ricoma, which is our digitizing software. So I kind of, talk a little bit about that here. But I don't know if you guys know this, but I think a lot of people overlook the importance of the role that digitizing plays in the quality of your embroidery. How many of you here know that you got to have good digitizing in order to have a good embroidery output? I think it goes without saying, but some of you probably kind of put that on the back burner or as an afterthought, thinking that oh, it's just a machine. It's just how you adjust the machine. But digitizing is half the battle. It's kind of like good input, you're going to get good output. If you trash in, it's going to be trash out. So digitizing is that input that you're telling the computer your machine what it should be doing. And so it's all that the machine's going to do is, with the right tension and right adjustments, of course, is going to just execute your instructions on what the design does, right? It's just a machine. But digitizing is kind of like the set of instructions that you give it. And so without the proper digitizing and the proper know-how, if you're looking to do digitizing in-house, or even make some simple edits from your outsourced digitizer, have that kind of know-how so that you know what to look for, what is good digitizing, what is not good digitizing, what is good practice and what is not good practice. Without knowing those things, you're kind of in the blind. You're just hoping for the best of what your digitizer gives you. So being able to understand the importance of digitizing not only gives you more control, all right, if you're digitizing in-house and you have your own digitizing software like Chroma that we offer here, and you know how to digitize, you have more control of the turnaround time. You're not relying on someone else to digitize your design and wait on them. You have more control over the quality because you know what you're looking for. All of that is benefits of doing digitizing in house and knowing digitizing. But most importantly, if you even if you don't do digitizing in house and you're like, I never want to do that, I just want to outsource it. Okay, that's completely fine. But guess what? Knowing digitizing is going to make you a better embroiderer than not knowing digitizing. Do we agree with that statement? Let me know in the comments below if you agree with that statement. Knowing digitizing, knowing what to look for in the proper digitized files is going to make you a better embroiderer than not knowing. Even if you don't digitize in-house, knowing that having that knowledge is going to make you a better embroiderer. Do you agree with that statement? All right. So some of you here said agree. Yes, I will. Michael Sims Jr. agree. Jerry Melton agree. John, yes, you'll have a better technical understanding of your product, of course, right? That's like if you know how it works, you're gonna have a keen eye for, oh yeah, this is not stitching out properly because this is not being digitized properly. So knowing how digitizing works almost gives you like um, this portal, this access into like insights of your machine, right? It's doing this because here it tells it to do a satin stitch, and here it tells you to do a jump stitch, and here the density is like this. That therefore this is the result. Oh, it looks a little bit loose because the density is not as high, right? The way that this stitch connects and overlaps, it's leaving a gap because it's not overlapping, right? There's pool compensation. You're dealing with actual threads and stitches, right? And on actual fabric, those are going to shift and shrink as you embroider. Knowing all of that and how digitizing works and what's the best practices, it's going to make you a better embroiderer. And so sometimes people overlook that and think it's all in the machine and it's the machine's fault, when in reality it's the digitizing. And they just download a digitized file from online. I've seen this happening a lot of times because sometimes if you just convert a file, because when you download a file from online, you don't get the source file. You get like the output file. You get the DST, right? So you download it. So say it's not DST. You download like a brother machine. It's a PES file, and then they just use Chroma and then just convert it to save as and save it as DST. It's not going to be the same. Sometimes the file gets corrupted, and sometimes because it's almost like you're trying to convert. Imagine the export file as like a PDF, right? You're looking at an export file, the PDF. You can't. It's hard to copy and paste. The formatting is off when you try to copy and paste. That's what happens when you're trying to convert one output format to another, versus having the source file and you can see the stitches, right? The actual stitch file. Then you save into the output file, which is going to be much more accurate. So I see a lot of people kind of like, buying a outsourced file, or they buy a file from online, and then they think that they can just convert it into something else. No, not gonna work. Oh, I have this previous file on my brother machine, on my brother's single needle machine, and I converted it using Chroma to DST, and then why doesn't it work on the Ricoma machine? Well, because you're exporting, you're trying to convert one exported file to another, and sometimes not always, but many times, more often than not, the stitches get a little bit messed up. So you have to kind of reopen it and then digitize and correct those mistakes, and then save the source file in order for you to kind of use that later on to convert it into other formats. Sometimes we even had to kind of re-digitize some designs for customers. It's like they have an output file, and we're like re-digitizing it on Chroma and then exporting it in the right format for them to use. And they're like, hey, yeah, this is not digitized properly, right? So digitizing is I would say more than 50% of what it takes to get proper embroidery done, and a lot of people overlook that. So if you're interested in doing digitizing in house, like I said, we have Chroma. Which is available on chromaembroidery.com, and you can subscribe to that. If you're looking at digitizing in house, we have a Chroma YouTube channel. If you don't know, we have a Chroma. So you see all the prices there. If you just go to chromaembroidery.com, you can see all the pricing there. We have Chroma YouTube channel with a lot of tutorials, and if you're a Chroma subscriber, you can join weekly webinars in your customer portal. You can sign up for weekly webinars about digitizing. We're going to be ramping up a lot more of digitizing classes in the coming weeks and months. And last but not least, you can get in-depth Chroma training at Deco Summit. We're going to have plenty of digitizing classes at Deco Summit this year. So, led by one of our experts, several of our experts here, Robert and Janae. They handle some of the webinars as well on these ongoing classes that we have online. So if you're looking to do digitizing in-house, Chroma will be one option to look at. It's Mac compatible, and with the new, if you're a subscriber, you get constant updates. We are looking to do new features every single quarter. So we're already planning for our third quarter feature upgrades, and those are already in the works. And so you get the latest version of the software every time a new feature comes out. As long as you're a subscriber, you get the latest download. All right. So that's kind of it for the some of the pitfalls that people kind of run into. To recap, some people kind of under purchased their machine when starting out, so they wish they could have gotten something bigger, and now they have to either upgrade or buy another machine, kind of outgrowing their current machine. So one rule of thumb that I would tell you is buy the largest machine that's within your means. Okay, don't overstretch yourself, but don't be ultra conservative and like, oh, let me just get something small and see how it goes. Right? If you have a certain budget, buy the biggest and most capable machine with that budget, right? So you kind of exhaust that budget, right? If you have a lesser budget, then set your budget lower, right? And buy the biggest machine that's within that smaller budget. But don't try to kind of like save some money or go with something smaller, only to regret that, oh, I can't fulfill this order because I don't have these capabilities 2-3 months later. All right, that's number one. Number two is on the pricing. Talk about don't use the stitch count rule. Price it based on time. And last but not least, you got the digitizing. Knowing that digitizing is very important in the embroidery process, and knowing how to digitize, even if you don't do it in-house, even if you don't get Chroma and any digitizing software to do it in-house, knowing digitizing is going to make you a better embroiderer. So that's why it helps that every one of our machine packages, right, comes with Chroma digitizing software. Not every company does that. Not probably most companies, I would say, will sell you the digitizing software separately. They will tell you that it's another $2,000-$3,000 just to get the digitizing software. We include the software with your machine package. And the machine packages are very affordable, right? They start out like under $10,000, under $8,000, right? And so we offer that to you, right, to get you started, learn about digitizing, and if you want more features and you want to kind of explore doing this in-house and getting better at it, there's the opportunity to upgrade. And you get the credit, you get a discount because you already got the Chroma Inspire version, and so that's going to help you save some money when you upgrade. All right. So I hope that helps. Let me know down in the comments below if you have any questions regarding what we talked about. I kind of like probably answer questions for about 10 minutes here. Just to see. Kim, is the subscription new for Chroma? Yes, it is. Go to chromaembroidery.com, and if you already have Chroma in the past, you can do an upgrade from your current version to the new version if you choose to, or you can use your previous one for as long as you want. Cleveland says, I do have a Ricoma machine and Chroma software, just getting started on this journey. Awesome. Kim Arman says, it takes time to learn digitizing while trying to master the machine, etc. I work full time, so I'm limited to that. Completely understand. And that's very normal. But take it one step at a time. Once you master the machine, then you can master, if you want, learn digitizing. But like I said, digitizing is half the battle. If you don't know what is good digitizing, it's probably not a good embroiderer, right? So it can definitely only help you if you know digitizing. This is a good question from Shelly. I guess when I was talking about pricing, wouldn't you want to consider the cost of your asset in calculating the cost of an item? By this, I mean the wear and tear. So the short answer is no, and I'll kind of explain why. The cost of your machine is considered a fixed cost. It's an investment. It's a sunk cost that you have already kind of invested, right? You don't want to mix that in with your per item cost. Just because my machine costs $10,000, okay, the maintenance and the wear and tear of the machine doesn't really matter for my per item cost. I want to get to a cost margin or a profit margin on my item purely based on how much time I spent and how much I want to get compensated for that time going into this item, how much the raw materials cost, which is your shirts, your threads, your blanks, all of those supplies that goes into that. And then for my machine cost that I've already kind of invested, that's my investment. That's called an investment cash flow. That money is already out, and I have an investment cash flow. If that's $10,000, that I know that my investment is $10,000. I can calculate a return on my investment and how fast I can get my return or break even on my investment by knowing how much items I need to produce and how much profit I make per item. Right? That's how you price the items properly. How much profit per item I need to make in order to recuperate the cost of my machine. The two things are separate. You don't want to mix in your asset cost, your asset purchase, with how much you're going to price each individual item at. You might want to take into consideration, on the other hand, about your maintenance cost and ongoing kind of wear and tear that you mentioned in your operating cost. Okay, that's why this is, these fundamental business principles I teach at Deco Summit as well. So this is one of the reasons to attend. I'm giving you a snippet of kind of what that looks like. If your item cost is your individual kind of unit cost, right? This is not your overall operating cost. Your operating cost, it's your overhead, it's your salary, it's your electricity, your rent, your maintenance on the machine. If you hire someone to maintain it, you have to spend a couple of $100 on a part or whatever the case is. Those are your operating costs, right? That has nothing to do with your unit cost. You don't want your operating cost to be baked in to your unit cost. It gets very muddy, right? And it's not clear, what contributes. What should contribute to your unit cost is called your cost of goods sold, right? And that is your cost of your materials, cost of your blanks, your supplies, and like I said, cost of your labor. You should probably take into account, because that is directly related to what it costs to produce that item, the labor cost. Your machinery is kind of spread out across all the items, the lifetime of all the items that you make. So it's not really related to each individual item that you produce. You can't really. It's hard for you to spread out that cost over and your operating costs over all the items that you make. How many items are you making, right? But you know exactly what goes into making an item, including the time that it takes and the labor that it takes. And so that should be part of your cost of goods sold. So make sure you make that distinction between the two. Catherine Ferguson says, I was originally looking for a single needle embroidery machine, then a 7 needle Janome, but ultimately decided to go for 10 needle. I'm looking forward to doing custom work. Great. Probably the single needle or the 7 needle would have limited you in what you were looking to do, and if you had the budget for it, then go with the biggest machine with the most capabilities within your budget. Veronica Torres asks, "What's a good recommendations on how to get the best traction?" I assume that you mean kind of like drum up the business and get some traction in your business. And hey, that's what most people struggle with. But you got to learn some fundamentals of kind of marketing and fundamentals of sales. At the end of the day, if you're a single business owner, the first thing you do is you gotta know sales. You are the salesperson. You are the sales team, and without sales, the company doesn't move forward. You don't generate revenue. So you gotta get your face out there, and then you gotta be able to be comfortable selling. And that's one of the first skills that business owners need to learn. You gotta learn how to sell. Then, as you scale, you can learn how to market, so you can kind of attract some people to inquire with you, and then sell them, so you don't have to kind of go door to door knocking. But fundamentally, you got to learn how to sell. And there's, if you guys want to learn any kind of like sales techniques, some of which we, teach our team here on how to sell. We'll be talking a lot about that, in Deco Summit. And I'm looking to also, I think I asked this several live streams ago, we'll be starting to roll out some like paid courses on all aspects of, embroidery or business, and sales is one of that. So I think the last time when we asked that, a lot of people were very interested to kind of get more knowledge about that, because as business owners, you got to learn how to sell. So Jay Fawzi says, though I am thinking of the TC 1501, I am just concerned about learning and performing. So great question, and a common concern that people have. It's you're not alone. Let's put that out there. You're not alone in that. People kind of starting in the business, they might have a little bit of fear and uncertainty about kind of would I be able to do this? I tell people, yeah, part of getting started in business is you got to overcome the fear of you. You got to be overcoming the fear of you not being able to do it. So I would say that, look, business is going to be hard. It's not going to be a walk in the park, or else everyone would do it. But it is achievable. It's not impossible. You got to have the right guidance and the right kind of like method and knowing what to do, right? And that's where kind of learning from mentors, learning from others kind of comes in, so that you avoid those pitfalls. But at the same time, one of the best things that we offer here at Ricoma is that we don't just sell you a machine and then kind of leave you to figure it out. We have not only the YouTube videos and the resources there, every machine of ours comes with training. So if you are just starting out, you're not sure, you're concerned about the learning, take our training, right? I don't know why people kind of skip the training sometimes, but some people are like, oh, I'm just intimidated. Well, that's what our trainers are here for. They're teaching you from scratch how to operate it, how to learn it, and it is a skill. This is a craft that you have to learn. So we have all the resources here to help you succeed, but you got to put in the effort. Like we can't hold your hand and be like, hey, do this and do that, right? But we are gonna, our team tries to hold you accountable. Our account manager team checks in with our clients, at the 1 month mark, at the 3 month mark. Some of you probably have gotten follow-up calls from our team here, just to see, like, hey, have you been using your machine? How's everything going? Right? What are you struggling with? Oh, I haven't even used it. Well, they get you into a training and try to motivate you to actually get started using your machine, right? So, we can't be there all the time to hold your hand, but we try our best to hold you accountable. But you gotta do the work. You gotta put in the work, and we're here to help. Right? Whatever you need help with, or what your struggles are, we're here to help. Yeah, LA Vegas chick says, "Wow, I learned something new today. I'm a file converting queen." Yeah, sometimes when you convert that, that can be the issue itself. So just be mindful of that. Again, not saying 100% of the time, but it does happen. I've seen it multiple times. Desiree says, "I have Chroma Lux and Inspire. Came with the machine purchase. Did not know about the training. Thanks for sharing that." Yeah, go to your customer portal, right? And I think it's customer.ricoma.com and log in and sign up for the Chroma webinars. Mindy B says, "There are lots of great folks on the YouTube channels for Chroma. I have learned so much and saved so much time." Great. Alex says, "We paid for Chroma Lux when we purchased our machine, so this monthly charge must be something new because we were never told about any recurring charge. We are still waiting to be notified for our training." Just be clear. I don't know when you purchased Chroma Lux, but I will assume that you purchased it a while ago. If you purchased it, I would say prior to this month, or prior to like late last month, you will have the legacy version. You will have that forever without having to pay any recurring fees. If you want the newest features, you will need to upgrade to the subscription, and there it is a monthly fee after the first year. Kim Artman asks, "What is a good or average cost per time?" That's it varies per individual. I say that if you're in this business, if you have a single head machine, a good rule of thumb to aim for is $50 of profit per hour. If I'm running my machine, I want to make at least $50 per hour. I mean, that's not outrageous to ask if you're doing this as a business. So that's kind of like my minimum standard. If I'm running the machine as a single head, I gotta make at least $50 per hour in profit, not in revenue, in profit. So from there, you can back out what you need to charge per item. Silva Stevenson says, "Is the training at Deco Summit the only way to get your training?" No. If you get your machine, you can train on online. We have daily trainings that you can be scheduled. They do tend to get scheduled out several days in advance because a lot of people sign up. But you can look at what's the next available date and sign up for the machine of your choice in your customer portal. Again, a lot of things are in the customer portal, customer.ricoma.com. You can kind of go there and take a look. And you can sign up for any training that you want, whether it's Chroma, whether it's your machine training. Deco Summit just gives you a little bit more. You have access to hands-on training if you're a VIP ticket holder, right? And with Chroma, you're kind of learning live with an instructor in front of you, so they can kind of you can ask questions. They walk around, see what you're doing. It's a little bit more interactive than on a webinar. JPG Excavating says, "What makes what makes your, I assume, machine better than the rest?" To be honest, without knowing kind of your particular situation, I don't even know if we're the best fit for you. That's why we kind of ask questions and discover what is it that you need. I might not have the right solution for you to be the best fit, because it's very tailored to every individual's circumstance. Some people have a lower budget. Some people have are beginners, and there's very specific solutions that we tailor to people that with specific needs. So without knowing what your needs are, the answer really is kind of, I don't know if we're the best for you. But generally speaking, the things that I mentioned about people that are starting out, all right, we have a lot of resources. People that are kind of just learning for the very first time, they can get the kind of hand holding in the beginning of the training and the support, especially with our support being 7 days a week and after hours. Nobody else offers that in the industry, hands down, period. So having that peace of mind is worth something, right? That's kind of what makes us good. And the fact that we manufacture our own product, we're not just a third party that's just which is a misconception that some people have about us in the industry, that oh, we just buy and sell the machines, we put our own name on it and then we sell it. No, we actually manufacture these machines, and very few people can say that in this business. A lot of the brands that you see are sold from dealers and distributors. So they're not the actual factory. They're just kind of a reseller. Think of the analogy that I give is like you go to Home Depot, right? They sell a bunch of different things, and it's a retailer. So you go in there. It's they have different brands and they sell different things, and you buy that from a retailer like Home Depot. With us, we not only sell the machines as kind of we what I compare ourselves to is like the Tesla model, right? Tesla, you don't see a Tesla dealership. Why? Because they sell direct. They not only manufacture their cars, but they sell their cars and service their cars. So it's end-to-end solution. That's also what makes us a lot different. Some people, some other companies, some other brands only handle certain areas. Some do the manufacturing, but they don't sell it or they don't support it. They rely on dealers. Some dealers, they sell it and support it, but they don't manufacture. We're the only one that kind of goes end to end, manufacture and sell, so and support. So it really is an end to end solution. That's kind of what has always made us stand out over the last 25 years that we've been in business. But yeah, if you have any kind of specifics about your particular circumstance, I'd be happy to see if we're the best fit for you. Kim Artman asks, how often is Deco Summits? Every year. Okay, let's see if I have any other questions here. Some questions from Instagram. How much do the machines normally run for? Yeah, they range from, the embroidery machines range from like 8,000 to all the way up to 20, 30, 40,000, depending on the larger machines. So, but they start around $8,000. Swayze asks, can I get on a call with the representative? Yeah, just call our number or tell us your information and we'll call you. Send us a DM and then we'll call you. What's the best printer for a heat press? There's not really a best printer for a heat press per se. The heat press is kind of a necessary tool to finalize the print. Printers really depend on kind of like what you're looking to do. That can, volume wise, size wise, speed. That all determines what printer is best. Okay, I think that's about all the questions that I have. Feel free to chime in below any other questions you guys might have. But we're gonna kind of start wrapping up and getting into the giveaway. So we have two options. We'll do one option for the giveaway on the general admission ticket to Deco Summit, which is $795. Or we'll give away a nice sized sample pack of different types of vinyl for our new Wonder Vinyl that we just launched. So let me know in the comments below, or not in the comments below. We'll run a poll on YouTube. All right. So if you head on over to YouTube, if you're not joining this on YouTube, you gotta go to YouTube to vote. All right, go to YouTube to vote. All right, so you'll see the poll on YouTube if you're on our live stream on YouTube. Which prize do you prefer? Wonder Vinyl Sample Pack or the Deco Summit General Admission Ticket? All right, choose one of the two. And while you're at it, hit the like button on the YouTube underneath the YouTube video if you haven't done so already. It would greatly help this video and this live stream and all the kind of efforts that we're spending to bring this content to you. All the team behind the scenes as well. So yeah, if you're not on YouTube, go over there to YouTube to vote for the giveaway, which one you want to receive. And while you're on YouTube, go ahead and make sure you like this video. That's the thumbs up button right underneath the video. Make sure you give that a thumbs up. Okay, so let me see how we doing on the votes. Are we able to bring it up live? Are we able to bring it up live? Yeah, someone Fernando from YouTube said both. Sorry, that's not a choice. So it's only one or the other. So vote if you want to kind of get which prize, and then we'll finalize that. All right, so it's about, what is it, 60 something percent, 60% GA tickets. Yeah, and comment in the live chat giveaway if you want to be awarded the giveaway. We'll do a random draw at the end. But comment giveaway in the comment section. There we go. All right, we got 54 votes here. We got about 100 people here, so head on over to YouTube. Let's put a link to our YouTube channel down in the comments. Judy asked, where would the summit be? It'll be in Miami, Florida. Miami, Florida. It'll be next to the Hilton, right next to the airport. It'll be at the Hilton next to the airport. John says, "Where do you have the Summit VIP tickets? So the vinyl would be more useful for us unless it is a room comp at the hotel." Yeah, can't do anything about the room comp, but yeah, vote for vinyl if that's the case. Let's try to get to a 100 votes, and then let's see where that leaves us. Or if we can't get to 100, at least get to like 70, 80, and then let's see. So if you really want vinyl, go there and vote vinyl. If you want Deco Summit general admission ticket, one ticket to Deco Summit, vote Deco Summit. Yeah, make sure to go to the live to vote. You have the ticket. You have the link down in the comments there from our team. All right, we're at 60 votes. 61. Looks like general admission's gonna win. Like one guy said, Deco for sure. Who was that? That was Carlos. Yeah, Deco for sure. All right. And Fernando's like vinyl. All right, so go there and vote. We're at 62 votes. We got about 100 people on this live stream, but only 62 votes. So not all of you are voting. Efrain Cortez, I love vinyl. Kenneth Ferguson says Deco, and Myra just like, I'm super happy with either price, so I don't even care. Okay, just want to get something for free. Awesome. All right, well, kind of if nobody else is voting, we're gonna kind of shut it off soon. Maybe let's get to 70 votes, and then we'll call it oh, vinyl is making a little bit of a comeback here. It was at 40%, now at 44%. Got about 6 more votes to go. Tommy also is like, I'll be happy for any. Okay. Come on, we're wrapping up here. All right, while there's last few votes coming in, just quickly to remind everyone, we can keep the vote with the poll on the screen there. But just to remind everyone, we got our embroidery machine sales, our printer sales going on for Memorial Day, free shipping across the board. Since we're talking a lot about embroidery, if you're looking for an embroidery machine, you get not only free shipping, but if you purchase a multi-head machine, those of you that said, oh, I should have bought something bigger, a multi-head, two-head machine, this might be the chance to upgrade if you want Chroma Lux to be included for free in the package. That itself is a $2,000 value just on Chroma Lux for the package. Plus, you get free shipping, especially when you buy a multi-head machine. Free shipping can easily be over $1,000, and so you can save a lot on shipping there as well. For the printers, whether it's the white toner transfer printer, the direct-to-garment printers, or the direct-to-film (DTF) roll-to-roll printers, you all get free shipping as well on those. So from now till the end of this month, it ends on May 31st, which is next Friday. All right, next Friday will be the last day to get these specials. All right. Look at Alan Wade with the hey Alan, good to see you here. Alan Wade with the whatchamacallit, the philosophy here. Life experiences are always better than tangible things. So I guess that means Deco Summit for you. But Alan Wade will be one of the speakers. If you guys didn't see or joining us late, Deco Summit, we have a lot of speakers that we invite to kind of share their knowledge and their experience. Alan Wade, those of you that know him from YouTube, check out his YouTube channel, which is in his name there, A-Dub Productions. Alan Wade, check out his YouTube channel, and he'll be one of the speakers at Deco Summit. So and no surprise there that he says life experiences are always better, which is true in a lot of ways. you do get kind of a lot more to kind of take away from an experience than you do with tangible things. So good to see you here, Alan. We're at 70 votes now, so I guess it is it. And it was very close towards the end. I think last time it was even closer. The voting was like off by like 1 or 2%. So this time we're off by about 8% spread there. But it is what it is. The crowd has spoken and wants Deco Summit tickets. So that is what we shall give. So we will go ahead and do a random drawing right now for one general admission ticket to Deco Summit. You can also upgrade the ticket if you want to a VIP ticket. That way you can bring along a friend or get access to the hands-on training and kind of more exclusive sessions that we have at Deco Summit. If you want to do that, just pay the difference from your general admission ticket that you'll be receiving. All right, so the winner is going to be Juan Garcia de Jesus from YouTube. Juan Garcia, are you here? Make sure you comment down below if you are here to claim your Deco Summit ticket. Juan Garcia. Yes. All right, Juan Garcia. Great. So congrats, Juan, on getting this general admission ticket to Deco Summit. I hope you make good use of it, as the tickets, are not transferable, so it will be under your name. I hope you make good use of it and make arrangements to show up at Deco Summit. I would love to meet you in person. We can probably pull up all of the past winners of Deco Summit tickets. I would love to meet all of you, at the event itself in late August. Again, August 21st to 23rd is the event here in Miami, Florida. And if you didn't win, for those of you that didn't win, that is not Juan Garcia, you do get a chance to get 20% off on the flash sale that we have on Deco Summit tickets between now and end of day Friday. Okay, so make sure you use the code Flash20. That's on the screen right now, Flash20, so that you can go to DecoSummit.com, enter that code at checkout, and get 20% off any ticket for Deco Summit. So if you're not Juan Garcia and you did not win, at least you can get 20% off, all right, using the code. Only available till this Friday, all right? And then the tickets go up in price at the beginning of July. So you got about a month to decide. Don't procrastinate and then, oh, shoot, I forgot. And then next thing you know, the tickets went up in price. So now that we have this flash sale with Flash 20% off of your tickets, might be a good thing to just get that out of the way and get that taken care of so you don't forget. Because right now, the tickets are going to be the lowest price they will be from now till the event, because we already passed the first phase of super early bird. So now we're at early bird phase, and it's only going to get more expensive from here on out. So with the super early bird pricing out of the way, and we're at the, with the early bird pricing in effect and 20% off on top of that, make sure you just get out of the way if you're on the fence. All right. Thank you guys so much for joining. I hope you enjoyed and kind of learned a thing or two about some of the pitfalls in starting your embroidery business. I hope that you avoid those things and take digitizing more seriously as a skill that you need to master to become a better embroiderer. That you kind of price accordingly, according to your time, and that if you were to buy a machine over again, think about what you could be growing into, and not just starting with what you are currently needing, right? So you want to buy something that you want to grow into. And for those of you that haven't started, these are pitfalls you probably want to keep in mind and avoid them as you go about your embroidery journey. All right, so I thank you so much for tuning in. We do this every single month. Make sure to take advantage of our sales going on and promotions for Memorial Day from now until the end of the month. Hope to see you guys back here next month. All right, take care. Thank you for joining.